Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to talk about powdered sodas and how they can be used in survival situations. But before we start, if you're interested in detective stories, there will be a link to my book called Bloody Crosses in Dutch, so if you're interested, take a look to the link in the description. So, powdered sodas. This is something that I have thought about a few years ago, and yeah, there are good sides and there are downsides. So I'm going to show you a test what I'm talking about. I used to have in my bug out bag this small amount of soda powder. It's something like Americans would probably make the connection to Kool-Aid, and there are some other variations like cola, uh, orange powder for lemonade. So, what are the advantages of these things? First of all, the advantages are with a small pack like this, that is like 150 grams. You can make, depending on what type of how to say this, on what type of brand you use, you can make between 4 and 20 liters of soda. So this small package is good for 20 liters, and this package is good for 4 liters. So there could be difference depending on the brand, like I said. And why should you have this in your pantry or your bug out? Well, there are several things you need to think about, and that is whenever you're going to do a bug-in scenario, yeah, you cannot go to the store and buy a huge pallet of soda cans or glass bottles with soda in it. Yeah, it's not only too much room, but it can also cost a lot. So that's a first advantage that powdered sodas have. And another thing is you can store them for a longer time than in a can or a bottle. So that's another advantages of it. And yeah, the bad side is they will not have the same taste and they will not be fizzy or carbonated. I think it's called in English. So that's the bad side. But yeah, some people the it's very good in case for of a long-term scenario or a bug out scenario where you have perhaps persons who are demoralized, small children who need some encouragement. So you can put this in your bug out bag or in your pantry to give to such people in distress or small children as a sort of treat to keep the morale up so they can keep going. Something to look forward to if you reach a certain point. So that's one of the biggest reasons you should have this in your pantry. So I'm going to show you a demonstration about things that you should do and not do. And I'm going to show you this small of powder is the same thing as this, and it is the cola. It's like Coca-Cola, but it's more made up from cola nut. And as you can see, I already made a pint of this. And what I want to show you is something that you need to take watch out for, and that is that once you open the package, that you reseal it. So what I would suggest is from the moment you open one of these packages, you should um, put it in different smaller amounts in different containers and close it off so it will not dry out and you will not get something like this. So this used to be powder, but I was an idiot. I left the package a little bit open. I did not seal it off too well, even though it had one of the slits on the upside. And now it's just one big Coca-Cola like candy. But I can assure you, only a small amount of this. I don't know if you can see it that well, but if you look carefully, you see a black small lump in this glass. And the thing is about these powders is they are very potent. What do I mean by that? Just a very small amount. Like I said, you can make between 4 and 20 liters of soda. So you have to really measure how much you're going to use in a glass. The package says you should put 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon that is cut off to the side with every 200 milliliters of water and stir it till it's fine. So so the reason is what I want to tell you about this is I put a block of this big inside of this because I had to cut it because it dried out. But this will be very concentrated Coca-Cola. I think it will be even too sweet. I'm going to do a tasting test. Wow, it's very concentrated. I think I even used too much of it, but one small blob of this could make this. So it's very, very concentrated and sweet. Another thing I want to mention to watch out for is this certain package brand, I would say. It has 0 calories, no sweeteners, and 0 calories. But I would say for a survival situation, I would say get the packages with sugar, with calories, and so yeah, it's your own choice. But for a survival situation, I want calories inside of this, so that's something that I then goofed by ordering this without really looking to the details. And now I'm going to show you. This is just a glass of water. And another thing I want to tell you about that you need to watch out for is when you open it, because this is very fine powder. And something that happened to my when I did my trip into Scotland, uh, we were in the car and we wanted something refreshing. So we did not have at the moment our sodas, the regular sodas. So I took this from my EDC, and when I opened it, there was a small bit of wind coming from the windows from the car, and it immediately blew a lot of the powder in the air because it's very, very fine powder, and it got into my throat. I breathed it in, and the next 24 minutes I was just coughing up because it really stuck to the sides of my lung. So yeah, it's not a very pleasant situation if you breathe this in. So don't do this when there is a lot of wind. So or be carefully where you open it. So it's very. I can assure you, it's not a pleasant time. Uh, so usually it's a teaspoon. So I'm going to use this as a measurement. So we're going to do. All right, all right. This is what I'm talking about. Even when there is no wind around, my even when there's no wind around, I can feel it in the back of my throat that there's some powder inside of it. So, yeah, like I said, this is something that you need to watch out for. So, my God. So then you stir it, and now you got to eliminate. Uh, Another thing I want to warn you about is many people don't like lemonade or sodas, sorry, where there is no fizzy or carbonation inside of it, but because they feel like it's more refreshing. But the thing is, uh, when you drink carbonated sodas, it's actually the carbonated part that will make you feel like you're feeling refreshed, but it's like a fake, like fake. It's like when you eat spices and you think your mouth is on fire, but it's actually the the taste sensations that are making it feel hot. And the same thing goes with sodas that are carbonated that are refreshing. So this should be more refreshing in a way. And another thing is, even when you feel refreshed, the problem is it's only from the cold, because when you drink something with sugar or calories inside of it, your metabolism starts again, and you will get even more warmer than, yeah, that way actually. So that's something that you need to watch out for. So I'm going to take a sip. Yeah, is a perfect mix. Not too sweet, not too concentrated. So that's the reason also why I put this inside of this small glass jar, because the lid is for me my measuring cup in a way. So yeah, for like I said, for a bug out, for a long-term survival plans, powder sodas are a must-have. In my opinion, get the ones with calories and sugar for more how do you say this, for a long-term survival plan. And if you know any other uses for powder sodas, please let me know. I'm always eager to learn. And I would say thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Cheers.